We are heading to the land of mountains, wine, Hinkali, a mild climate, and incredibly warm-hearted people. More precisely, to the very heart of Georgia, Tbilisi. In this video, we'll explore the vibrant soul of the capital, discover its most iconic sites and hidden corners, and feel the city just the way it is. Honest, colorful, and full of contrasts. Enjoy the journey. Let's start our walk at Vahtan Gorgasali Square, named after the Georgian king who, according to some sources, founded Tbilisi. We are in the historic part of the city and you can already feel its soulful and authentic vibe. Walking along the Kura river, we arrive at the famous Chardani Street, known for its colorful bars, clubs and restaurants. Interestingly, the street was named after the French traveler Jean Chardin, who once explored Georgia. At night the place comes alive, but even during the day it's definitely worth a stroll. The Bridge of Peace is arguably one of the most iconic spots in Tbilisi. It was designed by an Italian architect and built during the presidency of Saakashvili. Though many locals never fully embraced the bridge, its flowing steel and glass curves, modern style, and street musicians left a good impression on me. What I liked less was the general noise and the use of animals for entertainment. What struck me most, though, was the interactive lighting system. Every evening at night, once an hour, it uses Morse code to light up one of the chemical elements found in the human body, symbolizing unity and peace. A poetic idea and the perfect fit for something called the Bridge of Peace. Crossing the bridge, we immediately find ourselves in Rike Park. As they say, all roads in Tbilisi lead here, and honestly, that's not far from the truth. The park is located right in the heart of the city, on the left bank of the Kura river. This is also where you'll find the lower station of the cable car, which quickly takes you to the Narikala Fortress, the Mother of Georgia statue, and the Botanical Garden. We'll definitely visit the first two a bit later in this video. Among the interesting things here, a hot air balloon, an exact replica of the one in Krakow, Poland. Yeah, I used to think that one was unique. Also here a giant piano, an oversized chessboard, and the Rike concert hall, though sadly it's not in use. Speaking of that, what is this place and what happened to it? These two futuristic-looking tubes were supposed to become a major cultural complex, but never did. 2 years ago, during the fourth attempt to sell them at auction, one company finally bought them, and for just $3 million compared to the original price of $44 million. That sounds like a success, except the building still hasn't opened. So for now, all we can do is admire the unusual architecture from the outside. If you are looking for stunning balconies, amazing photos and gorgeous views, head straight to the Darijan Palace. It used to be the residence of Queen Darijan, wife of King Heraclius II, one of Georgia's historic rulers. These days, the site is home to a small women's monastery. Right nearby is the Metehi district, one of the oldest inhabited areas in Georgia. Until recently, there was a Metehi fortress here, but it was demolished. The Metehi church has also been destroyed more than once and rebuilt every time. Interestingly, in the 19th century, the fortress was turned into a prison, which gave this place a rather dark feel. Now, though, it's peaceful and beautiful. A rocky cliff, a river, and a panoramic view. It's especially picturesque on a sunny day. In the small courtyard, you'll find benches and drinking fountains, so this is a perfect spot to pause, take in the scenery, and recharge before the next stop. It's time for the cable car ride, just like I promised. For only 2.5 lari, and yes, unfortunately it lasts just 2 minutes, you get to enjoy an incredible panoramic view over both old and new Tbilisi. It's quick, sure, but it's comfortable, warm, and absolutely beautiful. As you step out of the cabin and turn right, you'll find yourself in front of the majestic Mother of Georgia statue. In her right hand, she holds a sword to greet those who come with war. and in her left, a bowl of wine for guests who come in peace. This monument was built 65 years ago when Tbilisi was celebrating its 1500th anniversary. At first, the statue was made of wood, then aluminum, and in the 1990s it was replaced with the version we see today. Another unique place in Tbilisi is Betlemi. One word, 5 locations: a district, a street, a staircase, and 2 churches. The vintage stair street has 120 steps, and I highly recommend everyone to take them. We continue exploring the old part of Georgia's capital, and up next is a charming little square named after the local artist Gudiashvili. It's such a colorful spot, full of character, details, and beautifully restored houses. We won't spend too much time at Freedom Square. It's very lively and noisy here. In the center you'll see a statue of St. George the Victorious. And now, probably the most iconic piece of architecture in Tbilisi, the Clock Tower. No, it's not fallen over, it was built that way. The creator of this signature landmark, Rezo Gabriadze, said he built it in 2010 after a journey, and I quote, through a time machine back to the Byzantine Empire. Together with other creative minds, he built this unique tower. Inside there is a mechanical puppet theater. Twice a day at 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. you can watch a performance called The Circle of Life, and every hour an angel comes out to ring the bell with a tiny hammer. There is still so much more to discover in Tbilisi, from local markets to ancient fortresses, natural wonders, and even a wedding story that made our trip unforgettable. But let's save that for the next episode, so if you're enjoying the vibe of Tbilisi so far, make sure to catch the second part. Trust me, it only gets better from here. See you soon. Bye!